We are in the middle of combat, and there is a lot going on. So I am gonna go Sean first, and then Amanda, Nikki, and Najra, because that's how you're organized on my screen. Sean, tell us a little bit about Nine.
Hey guys, I'm Sean. I play Nine, the human padlock, who currently hasn't even made it into the fight yet, but hopefully that'll change.
That will. Have you not made it into any of the combat yet?
No.
Well, that definitely is going to change because not only are you playing for yourself, you're going to be playing our barbarian, our half-orc barbarian Graja, because Sarah is not having fun. Unfortunately, get better, Sarah. We miss you so much. Come back and play with us. Next week is it's a special week next week. I'll talk about that in a minute. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Whimsy the Tiefling Warlock, and he is very nervous for his wolves right now, also very pissed off at these gerblins, and suffering some sort of eye infection, which is in game why he doesn't have black eyes right now. Also, I drank a lot last night and my eyes were too dry for the contents.
It is party season. People, we're not judging people on the internet. Nikki, tell us about Denny.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nikki, back from being sick with COVID. Sorry about it. And I'm ready to get back into being Denny and get into fighting. Should be a lot of fun. Also, I apologize in advance if Abigail gets all up in my grill today. She won't leave me alone. So,
We just need that box. You just need to like put orc style across that. Like, we need some like blackout tape or we need to get them to sponsor us. Steve,
yes,
when you're back up
perfect.
and running, get Self Instant Noodles to sponsor us. Najra, tell us a little bit about Jart.
Hey everyone, I'm Najra. I play Jort, the monk, the fire genasi monk. Who really doesn't like healing people that much, but she's really good at it. So, what you gonna do?
Which target rich environment is where Jart is at. As if you're not following the Vancouver by Night TikTok, you ought to, because you'll catch your favorite clips from your Vancouver by Night shows, but also crows occasionally. I haven't seen a crow one recently. It's winter. It's not crow season. As mentioned, we're missing Sarah Diabetes, MC Diabetes. Please go and follow her on all the things. And I am the other Sarah. I am your dungeon mistress, Sarah. And we what am I doing? You guys see, remember before when I was like, it's too easy, it's too easy. We want to, just before we jump into the action, say thank you to our sponsors. Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs, who creates beautiful dice boxes. Visit him on Instagram. The link is going to be in our chat. Illuminagents is a comedy web series that weaves real conspiracy theories into sci-fi short form episodes. It is shot in Toronto, CanCon. This indie production will leave you laughing and questioning reality at the same time. Season 1 includes a musical finale episode, and it is for free on Sika TV. Orc.style is the adults only fantasy fetish fashion brand for all of your orc loving monster huggers out there. Orc style shirts, underwear, and accessories are sure to drop your intelligence and increase your confidence by 10 points. I'm going to throw there. Oh, Zoom is doing me dirty. That's not right. They have really cute stickers. Also, chompers are perfect for cosplay, roleplay, and streaming. Orc.style's expert tusk enchanters infuse the spirit of great orcs, trolls, ogres, and goblins into magical tusks that will transform the common human into a fierce monster or goblin. If you're just looking for little baby tusks, and they come in like a really great kit, and they're remold, like you can mold them to your teeth and then remold them, like truly. It's not like a scam. It's not something they say, like really their stuff is quality. Go and get them. And then finally, last but very much not least, Martlet Games is a collective of ttrpg veterans ready to work for you. From tabletop RPG development to actual play production, they've contributed to various Storyteller Vault titles and sponsor channels, including us here at Vancouver by Night, to help keep the world of darkness a haven for those with stories to tell. Visit their link in chat to explore their world, and they will help you create yours. And with all that, as always, thank you to Vancouver by Night for hosting us and allowing us to have such a beautiful place to come and play. I don't know about you guys. I'm ready to get in here and crack some heads. Jumping right into where we left off last week, there is a combat a brewing. You guys have wandered into Zorzuza's Rest, where you have found some goblins with some powers that generally they don't have. So that's something you're looking at. Our turn order is on the screen, which is very convenient. So Jart will be up first, then Whimsy, followed by Nine, Denny, the I was about to say dragons, but that's not right. The wolves are in there as well, and then Graja will bring up the rear. And just as my players are getting ready to get back into this, remembering that Zorzula's Rest it's quite a narrow entrance, these big, thick, heavy doors. You manage to, through grit and strength and determination, you manage to wedge it open a little bit, which allowed a couple of you to run in and up the rounded staircase where some goblins were shooting at you through the murder slits. One of them has been cleanly dispatched, but there is another one who is not looking too good, with Jart the monk, Fire Genasi, ready to pop onto his face. Graja has made it in a little bit further, and Graja has come around a corner to realize that this is a mess hall of sorts, a cafeteria. The cool kids table, the smoker table, the Joey Swole table, they're all here like some real shit version of Breakfast Club. And you guys have wandered right into the middle of whatever this is, looking for some black stone pieces. As a reminder, this is a Lost Mines of Phandelver conclusion, so they've just released Phandalin and the Shattered Obelisk, and you should go and check it out. But if you're going to play in it, just be aware that this will contain spoilers, although it is our alternate reality. And then my final thing before I let Jart and Whimsy go is I want to say huge shout out and thank you to Lauren Oboe for being an Idle Champions ambassador and helping us get our code for tonight. You are amazing, and we absolutely love getting to play with you and love getting to collaborate with you. And thank you for your help and support this weekend. Okay, with that all being said, Jart.
And you said this was like a whole dream sequence when we wake back up at the house in our beds, right? We didn't actually do this.
I mean, look, if you guys want to get through all of this just to wake up in your beds, I haven't even killed anybody. It can't be a dream sequence unless at least 3 people die. I don't make the rules. I think that's in the Dungeon Master's Guide, actually.
Okay.
All right. Jart, you are standing at the top of this quite narrow staircase. As a Fire Genasi, you're lithe and you're tall and you're slender. And you're a little bit crowded. This space was maybe originally made for Duragar, and now is being inhabited by goblins who move around just fine. But you're a little bit tightly squeezed in here. What are you doing? What's your plan?
Okay, so when Whimsy killed his goblin, like the goblin on his side, how far did his damage expand? Was it like just to next to him, or like was it further?
You don't know how far it came towards you. It wasn't like it was like a cloud of dust that you could see. But
Okay.
you do know that the goblin next to you didn't seem to be affected. So either
Okay.
there, and you weren't affected. So either the goblins are immune to each other,
Mm,
or
okay.
potentially it just doesn't reach that far.
Okay, so since it shouldn't hurt Whimsy, I'm gonna like take my scythe and attack it with it.
Oh, you guys, you don't even know.
Ah,
Najra dropped some new Jart Hero Forge art into our Discord chat, and I can't wait to update that token next week. Jart, what's up?
That's a 24.
I mean, I guess that'll hit if you really want to.
Okay, it's 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage. All right.
He's still alive.
Yes, absolutely. You can see as your scythe kind of comes at an angle, you cut deeply into kind of like cutting a slice of his cheek. You can see his jawbone exposed and cutting into into and across the neck with this scythe. It's pretty ugly, but his brain still a little bit exposed, is beating rapidly as the blood starts to pool, but he is still alive.
Yeah. Okay, I try to hit it back like with the stick part of my scythe, and I
Yeah.
don't think I do because it's just a 10.
A
Um,
10. You know, as you're swinging back with the butt of the scythe, this hallway is it's more compact than you originally thought, and the metal part of the scythe gets kind of stuck into some of the stone, and you're not able to fully finish that pop up,
right. I'm gonna
unfortunately.
try to like back kick him as my
Absolutely.
offhand.
Being that now you're kind of
Um,
wedged in there, that gives you some really good leverage to use
uh,
yourself as the scythe.
that's a 14.
You go
Uh,
to lean on this scythe and bring your leg around, and this space is so small. It's kind
I'm
of
too
throwing you off
tall.
your groove. And also it's super nasty, dudes. Like it's so nasty seeing their like brains squeezed out through
Yeah.
like the soft tissue. You can see it move and pulse. And Jart, I just in this moment, I think that you're kind of struggling to find the effectiveness that you can have in a space this small.
Okay. Yeah, that's my turn. I just yell to Whimsy, this place is too freaking small.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Short
Ye
King's time to shine.
yeah, it's Whimsy's turn. Jart, are you going to use any of your movement? That is my question for you.
No, I'm staying there.
Sticking next to him. Okay. In that case, what did we say? Whimsy, you're up.
Um, Whimsy's a little wary about exploding that one or hitting it and having it explode on Jart. Plus, Jart is a dope ass monk and he knows that. So Whimsy's gonna go back down the stairs. He's gonna jump over the body of the one that exploded and dash down the stairs. How far can I go? 2, 3. And then go try and find where Graja ran off to because he heard a kerfuffle over there. I think he can get to there. We'll get him to there for now. Maybe he'll move elsewhere later. And then he's going to Eldritch Blast that guy. He's going to do that. Eldritch Blast. Which is. See, the sad thing is I have to do my own math when I'm not using the super slow online dice.
Okay, okay. So Whimsy comes.
12 plus 7, 19 to hit with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, 19 definitely hits. You come around this corner and thankfully, thanks to Graja being there, you're not totally surprised when you find that there's some folks up in the space and you come whipping around the corner, your Eldritch Blast ready to go.
Right. So he fires off 2 of those. So first one, 19 to hit and 7 damage. And then the second one.
I'll stop you there. This poor little gobbo is just a normal everyday, Velen thunderstorm killing gobbo. And 7 hit points is what he has. This poor little guy. And so your first Eldritch Blast, he's sitting there just like eating. He's kind of just sitting by himself. He's probably scrolling TikTok on his phone, but like under the table where nobody can see, and he's sitting there eating, and he hears Graja and Joey Swole getting into it, and so he kind of looks this way, and it's about that time that you come rushing around the corner, and as he turns around to looks at you, another another bite like halfway up to his mouth, and his mouth just wide open. And you Eldritch Blast him through the mouth, giving him an unintentional, I don't know what this piercing is called, but he could put something there. Unfortunately, that Eldritch Blast, being of the Fae, kind of almost takes a feather shape and comes back in through the back of his brain. And he's a goner. Sucks to suck.
Then can I say the other one hits the guy behind him?
Yes, you
Past
can.
him?
Is that how Eldritch Blast works? You can shoot at multiple targets?
It just says 2 beams.
Yeah, absolutely. And a 19 would hit that one as well. So go ahead and just roll your damage.
Yeah, you can direct beams at same target or different ones.
Okay.
Yeah, if that guy drops, then we'll say the other
It's
one
been a
sails
minute.
past him. We'll say the other one sails past him and would be 14 plus 7, so 21 to hit.
Yeah, 21 hits.
And max damage, so that is 13 damage.
I mean, look, you have had a lot of time, I think, Whimsy, to rethink the events of your very first kind of combat situation in this material plane, in which one of your friends died. Episode 2, if anybody new is watching, go watch me kill somebody in episode 2. Great dungeon mastering right there. Whimsy, you remember back in this moment, and I think, you've also just, despite the fact that you're kind of uncle to a little goblin, they're not all like Droop, and you have an extra little pleasure maybe in the pain that you are so adequately skilled in causing.
These particular goblins too, because they John Wicked one of his wolves earlier. Like
they did. They did.
Had to get resurrected earlier. Like he was down in death throes. So, like,
and
Whimsy's
wolves
full
are fine
John Wick
now.
mode right now towards these goblins.
Yeah.
These are the Russians in that first movie.
This is Mama Bear Whimsy coming out to play. I don't know that your wild shape can be Mama Bear, but you're spiritually wild bear, Mama Bear right now, spiritually wild shaped. So absolutely, you do that. Is there anything else you'd like to do with this turn?
Whimsy will sort of duck back behind that wall. I think he has one motion left.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna tuck himself back behind there.
And as you're thinking what to do with the wolves, I'll let 9 go, and then we'll come back. We'll circle back and do those wolves. Wolves are the good guys. Some of the wolves. These wolves are the good guys, if you're new watching. 9, our paladin, our good guy. What are you doing, buddy?
Well, I guess 9's gonna run in following Garage's that same path. I think he's gonna get to, that'll be like 25 of my movement. And I can see that goblin right there on that corner. You muted?
Yeah, sorry, that was me. I was muted. Yes, you absolutely can. As you come screeching around right in behind Graja, who is like, almost on one knee, getting ready to serve a slice of head cake, you see a goblin getting ready to stand up, a dagger being pulled from its sheath, getting ready to stab Graja on the blind side.
All right, yeah, we're just going to start attacking that one.
Absolutely.
$23 to hit.
23 absolutely hits. Angie, how you doing? It's so nice to see you in chat.
And that's going to be 11. damage.
Now,
First hit?
remind me, you carry a moon touch sword.
Yes, I do.
As you go into the entrance of Zorzula's Rest, your moon touch sword, you're used to it when you go into like a darker place, kind of emitting a certain glow. You take a few steps in, and as you're rushing, maybe it's just that your eyes are, trying to like refocus from the light outside to the darker interior of this cave. Maybe it's that your focus is rightly on supporting your friends and keeping them healthy. But gosh, it almost looks like that sword flickers. That light flickers for a second. That's unusual. Anyway, you come swinging around the corner, your sword fully out and swiping down. You go through the skull, goblin shish kebab style, just down through the skull, forcing out the kind of spinal column as you make your own skewer for this little feller. And, Graja kind of turns and sees you there and gives you like a very appreciative, like a grunt of like, yes, this is how we do things. It is good to be back in arms with you, brother, but just with a grunt.
Did she attack that one yet or no?
She hasn't attacked that one
Okay.
yet, and actually I should mark him as a goner.
Oh.
But the Joey Swole, as you kind of look down at her and then past her, you can see that she is fighting a big, like, look, you and Droop have been kind of working on grip strength and, kind of bench presses. Dude is jacked. Dude is like a little powerhouse of a short king who is, fully skewered on Graja's great axe, but does not bode well. This is something new that you haven't seen in the past, is goblins being this, whether it's because usually they're too busy kind of foraging and working on sustenance and sustaining themselves, whether it's just that these goblins have found themselves a great weight room or like a curves. I'm not sure what it is, but this dude is jacked as fuck.
Is she still fighting him, or is that
He's
the one in front
dead
that's
on
dead?
the end of
Okay.
her great sword, on the end of her great
Okay.
axe, but just like
Okay.
he's
He
still
just
twitching.
died,
He's
yeah.
chicken dancing,
Alrighty. And I guess with that, I'm gonna move my last little 5 feet right next to Graja. And
Bonus
yeah, I
actions?
think that no, not right now. Not this second. That's gonna be my turn.
Okay. In that case, let's go to our wolves. What are our happy boys doing?
The good boys are going to rush down and be helpful, or at least Ferdinand, who was on the stairs, is going to come down. And actually, I'm going to say Ferdinand goes for the legs on the one that Jart's fighting. Because do you know who's small and can maneuver well here?
Absolutely. Yes. And as he bites down his empowered and quite angry at potentially losing 2 of his pack, wolf jaws clamp, bare themselves, and get ready to clamp down on some goblin flesh.
Reroll for his damage.
He does kind of question. He notices like the brain thing that's going on, and he does kind of question like, are these going to taste different? Is this like it's not the vegan style, but like the fake ground beef that you get in like an airport burrito, he's got questions. That look of
Beyond Goblin.
distaste. Steve, I will need a clip just of me saying vegan burrito and Amanda looking like she might hurl because I forgot that she was hungover. I will keep the food. I will keep the food
I'm
references
good.
to a minimum
I had
tonight.
cheesy pasta. I'm fine now. So, but that is 17 for Ferdinand to bite that boy.
Absolutely, he does.
Beyond Goblin. And that is
Beyond Goblin. I'm making a shirt. I'm writing it down. I'm getting us a Phandalin by Night Beyond Goblin shirt.
I
And that
support that
is
idea.
That's
9
the
damage.
season 3 poster. How much damage?
9 piercing damage to Buddy's
9
left hamstring.
piercing damage.
Yeah,
As
one
he
per tooth.
per tooth. As he bites down, this goblin falls forward, his leg being just like any weight that he was able to bear on it gives way under the crunch that this bone has snapped. I mean, Ferdinand is a powerful boy, but these bones are a little bit more brittle than maybe he was expecting. And as he starts to fall over, he screams out in pain, blood running from his nose and eyes and ears, and his brain starts to swell in a very familiar, scary looking situation here. And
Ferdinand
he
was in the blast zone for the first one, so I'm going to say he knows well enough to back off a few steps.
to get out.
He was there for the first one.
Okay.
Back down the stairs. Nope. And then for the other wolves, they're all too far away to do much. I'm going to say, while Buddy's exploding,
And
that
while Buddy's exploding, Jart, can I get you to make me an intelligence saving throw, please?
Okay.
sorry.
That's good. 18.
18. Oh, you're so smart.
I know, I just have a +1. Is the die.
It's the dice. Well, look, the dice saved you from 44 damage, 4D, 4 dice 4, not 44. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Let me enunciate there a little bit. Sorry, not. And there's Denny's clip of the night of panic. Okay.
What am I walking into?
Jart, you kind of at this weird angle of like your scythe is still stuck between the floor and the ceiling, and you're in this kind of like jump almost kind of motion as the wolf jumps in, and as a result, as this thing explodes, it explodes kind of below you. You're almost like up on the ceiling as much as you can. And you do notice, now that you're this close to it, you do notice that there is this sickly kind of yellowy, asparagus-y green, very faint, glowy burst that shoots out about 5 feet from where this guy is. Only because you asked previously, did I give you that extra information? Because you would have been looking for it for sure. Whimsy, what are the rest of our good boys doing?
I'm gonna say Kyle and Gary are still with Droop outside. I'm gonna say that Droop has been practicing riding Kyle. That is canon. So I'm gonna say Kyle lets Droop mount up, and him and Gary are gonna rush in.
Okay.
And then I guess Beryl and Carl are also going to head in.
Okay, and where are they heading?
In through that partially open door, and I think none of them can make it further than that. Like,
Okay.
I think that was the extent of Gary and Kyle's.
Who am I missing? Gary, Kyle, Beryl.
I'm
missing one.
Carl.
No, I've got Gary. Where is Carl?
Carl's got the different one because Carl was the biggest, the lady wolf.
Oh, you're right. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put Beryl and Carl inside, and then Gary and Kyle and Droop I've moved to just outside, just so that we all know where they are. All right. With that being said, Denny, you're up. Droop, and then Graja will go after that.
Okay, so Denny has seen the explodingness, or has he been away from the explodings so far?
Denny, you're still outside, so you
Yeah.
have not seen that
Okay.
happen yet.
Okay, so Denny's going to take a step inside, look at all the goo and stuff on the walls.
So they're kind of above you, around
okay.
those things and above. So you're not
Oh,
able
I
to
see.
see very much just stepping inside, unfortunately.
Okay. Sorry, my ear fell off. Costume problems. Should really just start spirit gluing these on there. So with this wig, they just don't sit right. It's fine. I'll just not move my head. Okay, then I'm going to head up the stairs. Oops, moved the wrong one, sorry. And take an assess. Can I see these 3 gerblins at the end that are still alive, or is this like a wall there?
There
that I can't
is
see
a
above.
wall that's like, it stretches all the way across here. We're a little bit jammed in here.
Mhm.
But if you come, like, I'm just going to move Denny. If Denny comes just one more space,
Okay.
you can see
Yeah, Whimsy's ducked behind the
all
wall.
the good and bad of the situation here. And I'll just remind you, these 2, they kind of look a little bit like regular goblins.
Mhm.
But Buddy here is, this is the first time you're seeing it, is missing part of the skull of his head, and the skin sits kind of loosely and wrinkled. And then you take a second to really look, and it's not that the skin is wrinkled, it's that the skin lays like very, very thinly over the wrinkles of a brain.
Gross.
Yeah.
Okay. So taking a look at that and kind of assessing that, and from here I can see the exploding goblin remnants as well.
No, those
Or
are
is
going
it-
to be up those stairs and in like a
okay.
confined
Still up the
space.
stairs.
So you
Okay.
have not seen that yet.
Okay, then I am just going to stay where I'm at, but I'm gonna hit the weird wrinkly one with my crossbow.
Absolutely.
Or not, because that's an 8 to hit, so never mind.
You go to shoot and your bolt leaves. You're certain that this should track right. It almost as if like it hits something invisible midair and just veers off. It's weird.
Okay. Okay, well, taking a look at what else is going on in here, for my bonus action, I think I'll cast some bardic inspiration. I'll give that to 9, I think.
Okay.
Yes. Oh, hello, Abigail.
Just
Good
a
morning.
little like backward strum of the banjolele.
Yeah, like I've still got the crossbow in my hands, so just kind of gonna do just like with one of the arrows, just like a fwoo, and then load it into the thing with the next shot.
Beautiful. You use kind of like the tip of the arrowhead like a guitar pick, and just the most rockin' chord rips through this cave. 9, consider yourself inspired as what a chord that normally is like your pump up song on your playlist echoes through this cave, and you're like, Eye of the Tiger, it's on now. Absolutely. Eye of the Paladin. Fantastic. Droop, having ridden Kyle, is hearing that there's a lot going on and being worried that Mom is not gonna like if he just rushes right in, is just gonna stay with the wolves for this turn. Also, Droop has used a lot of his little spells, so he's gonna sit tight on Kyle and wait. Graja is gonna be up, but these guys get a turnsy first. And I'm just going to pull out a ruler for no particular reason that anybody needs to be concerned about. Yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Can I get Denny and Graja and 9 to make a... Is he going to move first? I feel like he's going to move first, you guys. He is going to move first. Yeah. I'm going to get Whimsy and Denny and Graja and 9 to all make intelligence saving throws, please. As this goblin stands up from his seat at the cafeteria and starts walking over to Denny, who has just fired a crossbow bolt at him. And he's gesturing aggressively at you. And you don't speak Goblin. Am I wrong on that? You don't speak?
No, just common and infernal.
You don't speak Goblin, but I mean, you've heard your mama jokes. This is not great. He is irate. Yeah, and he is the equivalent of like, you're going to come into my house and mess with me? I will show you what a mistake this has been. And he unleashes a synaptic rend towards everybody he can see. Denny, what did you roll there?
That's going to be a 7 for me, Chief.
Ooh, that's unfortunate. Whimsy, how about you?
18.
18. Okay. 9, how'd you do?
9 got a 18 and Graja got a 19.
Fantastic. All of you feel this piercing pain in your heads, but Denny, being that you're the one who started this with him in his mind anyway, which you can now very clearly see because it is pulsing and writhing under this paper thin skin that just barely covers where there should be skull and bone. This is more like a gentle phyllo wrap on the nasty spinach of this dude's brain. And let's see, 16. Denny, you take 16 points of psychic damage. And as you're starting to just try in some way to deal with, it almost feels like the pain is starting at where your horns connect and piercing down like little javelins into your brain. It hurts so bad, and it is all you can think of until the end of the goblin's next turn because you are incapacitated. 9, Whimsy, and Graja are each going to take 8 points of psychic damage. And I can mark that on Graja's sheet. I just have to open it. This is my fault because I should have had it open, you guys.
As I am currently hungover, this really resonates with me. So this really checks out.
Yeah, sorry, didn't mean to like call you out. Actually.
No, that's fine.
Fantastic. This little goblin of mine, he's gonna stab at 9. What is he doing? He is, where is I don't even have goblins, you guys. I didn't even have the character sheet open. Okay. He pulls up, he has this nasty looking, at one point probably was just like a human-sized hand axe that he has taken other axe bits, some mining axes, some pickaxes, an ice pick, another couple of hand axes, and he has mounted like cleaving edges on all of the sides and top of this axe thing. It is pointy and it will hurt. And he is going to try to
Like a
hit 9.
DIY Morning Star.
It is a morning-ish star. It's definitely handmade. That's a 22 to hit there, Shano.
Negative Ghost Rider.
What the fuck? You guys are only level 8. Oh no, this is not good for me as a dungeon mistress. Okay, the other goblin, seeing his friend saunter up so bravely, finds it in himself, and he is going to go jump table, across table, and kind of jump down at Graja. He has advantage on this because Graja is in, if I'm not mistaken, Graja is in like
Well,
relentless,
she did Frenzy, yeah.
frenzied rage. Yeah. That is on the better one, a 21 to hit.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Yeah, that's defo gonna hit. That is going to do 8 more points of slashing damage, but because she is enraged, actually that is half. So only 4
Yeah.
points of damage. So that's a positive, guys. Look, that's okay. And then it's Graja's turn. Wait, did this other guy go? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, all 3 gone. Okay. Graja. What is Graja doing? What is our barbarian, ripped and hulked out, angry, so angry, going to do?
Well, I would assume since she's in a rage and she just got like mace slapped by this goblin, she's gonna hit him back. So I think, she would do that.
Is she going to be?
Well, she's already in a frenzy, so she might as well keep going.
She might as well keep going. Love how you're playing this character.
Let's see.
Denny across the way is like, ow, ow, my head. Oh, you're so pretty. Ow, ow, my head.
Baby, doing great.
That's gonna be a 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that definitely hits.
And what is she's a D12.
In the first of 3 attacks, I think that she gets, right?
Yeah.
Rasha killing him with the half of the damage from the first blow and then just continues to red paste him.
Yeah, I don't even think Graja unhooks the other dude from her axe, just batters this guy with the other dude that's still impaled on the axe, I think.
That first one's gonna be 18 damage.
Oh, dude is gone. Dude gets bludgeoned. This isn't even like, I don't know what kind of damage her great axe normally does, but this is bludgeoning damage as he just takes a Joey Swole and gets essentially crushed under dead Joey Swole, who is attached impromptu weapon style to the end of Graja's great axe. Sarah, if you were here, I know you'd be chuckling. I could hear it in my head at this description. She still has 2 more attacks though, Sean.
Yep. Sorry, Sarah, for messing up your character. We're going to
I think she's very pleased with what is
We're
happening
going
right
to backslap the other one. He's right there, and she's just swinging away. So let's go. It's gonna be $25 to hit.
25 absolutely hits. This guy, as he saw the first goblin, as he saw Joey Swole coming towards him on the edge of this great axe, he was like, oh no, and kind of put his arms out to stop it. But what happened then was Joey Swole impacted into him, causing his arms to like involuntarily collapse around Joey Swole. Graja then swings the axe the other way. So now it's Joey Swole, smushed goblin pancake, and on great axe impromptu weapon swinging back the other way at the other guy here. A 25 to hit. That's incredible. How much damage does that do?
Damage on this gonna be max damage, so it's gonna be 19 points of damage.
19 points of damage. The good news is that Joey Swoll has now come off of the end of Garage's Great Axe, as they have impacted Joey Swoll, the Pancake Goblin, now second Pancake Goblin. This is very quickly becoming a stack of Pancake Goblins. And Joey Swoll and the Great Axe have smushed them into the wall. And they just kind of stay there, a little bit sticky. Blood syrup. I don't know how far we're going in describing that. And they slowly slide down as Graja is just vibrating with anger and looking for a target for her next action.
Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, and Roger still has movement, so
She does. The frenzied attack is her bonus action.
yeah. So she's gonna use her movement and run straight at the other goblin and use her
Absolutely.
last one, frenzied. So
And frenzied, and now Great Axe completely unencumbered of other gobos.
yeah. So that one, that's a natural 20. Or 28, yeah.
Jared's gonna run down with like expecting a fight and be like, oh, there's
Just
no one here.
Jart coming down and seeing, instead of like the sickly yellowy, green expansion explosion of the other goblins, now there's just a red mist that settles across the stones of the things. Sorry, how much damage was that? So you're gonna double that damage,
Yeah,
whatever she
double
rolls.
the die. Let's see.
Goodness gracious.
It's gonna be 27 points.
That was with double damage.
Yeah, she rolled a 10, so double plus 5 plus 2 for rage.
That's absolutely incredible. 27 points of damage. This guy that she has run at, that is currently holding his finger and like wagging it in a very paternalistic shithead kind of way at Denny. Like asking to speak to Denny's manager, essentially. Graja is not having this bullshit at her boyfriend. And she
Graja
comes
is the manager.
just stomp raging across the hall, swings her great axe down, cutting off his finger. There is no more finger wagging at the very least. But that's not the very least, because with a natural 20 and 27 points of damage, she eviscerates this dude's, like, his wagging finger, and then like the thumb comes off as well, and carries it into like the armpit, and his he was feeling a little bit weird about like his underarm jiggles anyway, but there's no fat there anymore because she has cleared that off. He is not dead, but he's not looking great either.
All right, yeah, and that's, man, I probably used all my I used all my good rolls on you, Sarah. All right. Yeah, that's her turn. That's her bonus action, movement, and action. So
I
yeah,
mean, look,
that's it.
2.5 goblins. That's first off a really great show, CBS. I would like to see that on the air. Secondly, that's not bad for a turn for a level 8 barbarian. I think we can be very happy with that. I think Sarah would be, were she here with us tonight. Jart, that does bring us back up to the top, and you run down these stairs, I assume.
Yeah, I run basically all the way here to try to catch up and see just like bodies.
Yeah.
And okay, I'm gonna gonna say to my team, you got this. And I'm gonna move all the way here to
Ooh.
with my 45 feet of movement.
Okay, well then let me reveal this area down here, okay? I'm going to reveal this side and I'm going to reveal the other side because you can kind of see both hallways now.
Okay.
What you see is just to the south here, a door, very clearly a door that is barricaded by like makeshift beams and wood and like a bookcase that they dragged over. Whatever is behind this door, they don't want coming for them. They have barricaded this door very soundly. At the end there, you see another doorway that leads somewhere. And then just kind of as you're coming around that corner and glancing, there are two more doors to the other side across the kind of mess hall area.
Okay. I am going to like that's my movement, so I'm gonna like raise my hand and flame appears around my hand, and I'm gonna throw it at the bookcase with produce flame.
Burn the bookcase. Okay.
Yeah, and kind of push them away with the smoke is the plan. If there's anything barricaded in there.
Okay. All right. I need a flame thing. Yeah, absolutely. Your produce flame does catch this old dry wood, goes up pretty quickly. And within maybe a couple of turns, it will be completely consumed and putting out quite a bit of smoke. But the door behind it isn't open, so all of the smoke is going to stay in this hallway and come towards the mess area where you are.
Right, but okay, wait, but like, is not the bookcase next to a door, like barricading a door, right?
It's like the door is here. Let me move the actual like set piece there. So the bookcase is like
Oh,
there's a
right,
door,
yeah,
right? And
yeah,
then the
yeah.
bookcase is like over top of the door.
Yeah, basically I want like the smoke starts going through that door, like start burning that door, and there's someone inside, they kind of have to go out or go out somehow.
You
That's
know
kind
what?
of the
This
plan.
is probably my fault because I need to go and remind myself what are these doors made of is the question. It's no reason they can't be made of wood. I would have assumed that they were made of stone just because it's Duragar built.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't know, but like there's a bookcase, so it's burnable,
Yeah,
so whatever.
absolutely. Absolutely it is. Give me give me a perception roll, Jart, and we'll
Okay.
let the dice decide what's happening here.
Perception. Okay. It's a 12.
A 12. So yeah, as you're like running around this corner and you're looking, the door, I'm going to say this door is wood. What the hell? And your produced flame does start to burn the bookcase, and eventually it's probably going to make its way to the door. It might take a couple of turns
Yeah.
from like produced flame is like a cantrip, right? So
Yep.
it's going to take a little bit to be as effective as you had hoped, but it will happen. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's my turn. They
Okay.
still have to kill the guy back there, so I'm not in a
Absolutely.
rush.
Absolutely. In that case, Whimsy, you're up, and then 9 and the wolves will be on deck.
Right. Mimsy's gonna surprise everyone and Eldritch Blast some fool. That is a 15 for the first one.
A 15 on this dude here.
On the Brainiac, yeah.
As you're kind of trying to angle to get this, Graja slams him against the wall, and your first Eldritch Blast just barely misses him, but doesn't hit Graja, so good for you.
All right. Next one, I'm gonna assume hits with a 23.
23 does hit. Yeah, wouldn't that be wild if I said no? That'd be 9 style up in here. 9, Sean does not like that. Does not like when I joke like that.
And then that is 9 damage.
9 more damage from this Eldritch Blast, which is this kind of mauve color, if I'm not mistaken.
Sparkly mauve.
Sparkly mauve encircles the wound that Graja has made, kind of tracing along the lines, not cauterizing the wound, just making it hurt more. Yeah. Anything else you'd like to do, Whimsy?
Whimsy's gonna take another step back because he doesn't trust his ability to do the wisdom saves.
Okay.
He's been gaslit by his dad most of his life, but he doesn't really want to have to deal with that.
Absolutely. 9, and then the wolves.
Alrighty, let's see. What is 9? I'm 9 now. Okay. Let's see. He is going to, what do I have, 30? Right up next to Graja. And we are going to attack the same mushy head
And
goblin thing.
when you're attacking the same target,
Yeah,
because you
I
two
get
have worked so hard together, trained together, fought alongside each other, you know each other's movements, you've strategized, both being battle masters, at how to work effectively together side by side in close quarters. Although this is not close quarters, you could if you wanted to. You do have advantage on these rolls.
Yep. Let's go. Please let me stop. Fucking yes, let's natural 20.
All right, go ahead.
It's not fair if you roll all the good rolls for
That's
Graja. You
right.
need some for yourself.
Spell slot. Here we go. 26 damage.
26 points of damage.
Yep, that's smite. With smite, so
What does that look like as you're striking down? For the first time in season 3, I get to ask, how do you want to do this?
oh yeah, he's gonna do the whole Captain America like run and jump at him. Like where you just see him as he's running and jump, his hand slides along the sword as he draws it back, and you see it just illuminate, and he's just gonna come down right on top of the little mushy spot of his head and like cut him in half.
And as your hand slides across it, it is unmistakable now that the moon touch blade is flickering, that there is something happening to the light, but that does not dissuade you from striking down, coming from above. Graja just holding him tight against her great axe, ready for you to skewer down perpendicular, straight 90-degree angles from her hit to your hit. Like, it's a geometry lesson up in here. And you slice him, cleaving him cleanly down. How far in does your hand, like how far in does your sword get? How close does your hand get to touching that brain matter?
I'm not saying he's probably not gonna touch like I say, like the hilt of the sword just cuts like straight down his body until it hits the ground.
Beautiful.
Like he's just,
and
yeah.
being that close, that your sword is buried to the hilt in this thing's brain, you are able to see very clearly that the brain swells up around the hilt of your sword, inflamed and swollen like any other
It's like the
tissue.
blob or something.
And you see it kind of almost start to sputter like the top of a souffle, that there's just a lot of steam underneath, as this explosion of psychic power rins out. Can I get you and Graja to make intelligence saving throws, please? Yeah. The
Alright.
brain souffle deflates. Goodness gracious, that is.
And you said intelligence?
I wasn't even drinking.
Okay.
My hangover is contagious. I'm so sorry.
9. That is a 15. Graja. Plus 2. That is brain fart. 17, 18. Okay, she has a
Yeah.
plus 2. It's 18.
Graja is so. Does Graja make that at disadvantage?
Intelligence saving throw?
Because she's all kinds of raged.
No,
Let me
only
look.
attack rolls. Okay. You both, there is this kind of sputtering of the moon touch sword as it gets buried, and the brain kind of swells around the hilt, coming very close to touching your fingers. It's serious ick city in here. And as the brain swells up and begins to, the pressure building, gets ready to explode, there is this shining of pure blue light that happens at the moment of this creature's death, where make me a religion saving throw, or not a saving throw, just make me a religion check. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak you out. Give me a religious check.
Oh, I gotta switch character sheets. A religion check?
Yeah.
Plus 4. That's, wait, 13, 14, 16.
16. You've spent some time communing with Lathander and trying to figure out, and Saloon, who are your deity, and then like the deity that's next most closely associated with your party. Saloon being a deity that Graja has. Graja is atheist, not interested, not atheist, but agnostic, like not interested in religion right now. However, Saloon has been good to your party, and Lathander obviously is your deity. There is this moment of, at the moment of the creature's death, this calmness comes into the space that 9, you being unfortunately a child and young man, and now grown man of war, there is a moment of just silence that happens when a battlefield has stopped, and when the battle is over. And it is in this moment of the creature's death that the power and the connection that Saloon has is no longer blocked, and her light comes shining out of the very tiny sliver that still exists before this brain explodes. It shoots up, having been contained for so long, ricochets off the ceiling and bounces back towards you and Graja, providing this little bit of a shield from the psychic energy that has done damage to some of your other friends. It is disconcerting that whatever power this is has the power. Like, Saloon is not a minor deity. She's a major god. in the Pantheon. Whatever is in here that has the power to block her connection to your weapon is an ominous tide of things to come. Tiding of things to come. But for the moment, the battlefield is clear. Things are quiet. There is a little bit of a burning sound, maybe a fireplace, maybe a bookcase. We're not totally sure. It's around the corner. But the coast is a little bit clear for now.
Okay.
Are we still in like
No,
turn
I'll
order?
drop us from initiative order.
Okay.
The quietness of the battlefield finds all of you in this moment. Whimsy's blood pumping from anger at his wolves, who now suddenly come and surround him and make sure the dogs sniffing each other, giving playful and loving licks to their now restored brethren. What are you all doing?
How is everybody looking?
Kind of shitty.
I'm
Dead.
not great, but if someone is worse,
Whimsy's
Droops
running at 18 out of 63.
okay.
Droop's got a goose egg. Graja is she's a little bit hurt, but more than that, as kind of the quiet falls across the room, Denny, you notice Graja breathing very heavily, exhausted from the fight that's happened here, coming out of a frenzied state for barbarian. She acquires a level of exhaustion.
And then
Okay.
4 of the wolves are still pretty low as well. Ferdinand's back at full health, but the rest are low.
All right. Anyone who is like at a quarter of their strength will let me know. I'm gonna cure some wounds here.
I think Whimsy and the wolves are probably the worst. Graja is at like 55 of 72.
Okay. She's probably all right.
Yeah, Jared's also fine. Jared's gonna be like, while they like group and heal and everything, is going to be very keen on listening behind that door to see if the smoke alerts anyone inside.
Okay.
Whimsy, heal for 20.
Nice.
Jart, will you make me a perception check just to kind of see listening and paying attention?
Oh, it's bad. It's a 6.
The fire is really starting to pick up now. And that door behind it is not totally on fire yet. So most of the smoke is like billowing back into the hallway. You got to
Okay.
kind of duck down to keep.
Yeah, just want to check to see if like someone opens the door and tries to get out or something.
Okay.
Just keep it in eye.
The rest
And
of
I
you?
think
Yeah, 9.
with when 9 did that smite, I think bless drops. 'Cause that's a spell slot, right?
No, it's concentration. So you have to use something that is also concentration
Oh,
for
okay.
bless to drop.
Well, then bless is still up then.
I think bless only lasts for a minute though. Is it
For a
10 minutes or
minute.
1 minute?
Well, it's I think
So
it's
it's
1
still
minute.
there. I mean,
It's like 10 rounds, but yeah.
Yeah. We're not even that close in. Denny has cast some spells. Droop comes around the corner, showing Graja he is fine, checking out Graja, being a little bit concerned. Graja's like, I'm fine. I will be okay. I'm really tired right now. That's my best Garaja voice. I've been practicing, you guys.
That's
I
really
appreciate
good.
it because I was never gonna pull that off tonight.
Oh,
I'm just letting you
Sean, I
know.
should have made you. It's gonna be okay. Really, we're gonna be okay. Are you okay? And she like grabs him and like checks him very thoroughly. He is got a little bit of a goose egg, but he's proud of it. He's like, do you think this is gonna give me like a really cool scar like you, Mom? And she's like, I don't think so. They sound very similar. It's because I patterned Droop's voice off Garage's voice. Now that I'm thinking about it, okay. Touching moment between adopted found family here, and Denny doing a little bit of healing. The wolves all coming to pile next to Whimsy. What are
I'm
you all
also
doing?
going to grab 2 of my potions of healing and just dump them into a doggy bowl, and then the wolves can just go at it.
Fantastic.
However that wants to happen.
They're 2 standard healing potions.
Yeah, 2d4 plus 2.
Yeah, Whimsy, just bump the wolves back up to normal. We're not here to kill wolves.
Please.
Jart, you're listening at the door. 9, what are you noticing around the space? What is 9 going to start looking for right away?
I think since 9 sees Jart over looking down that hallway, he would probably want to start heading over here to this other one just to kind of like make sure nobody's trying to come through these hallways. And
Okay, give me a perception check.
all right,
Well, hello, cat.
let's see what is. That's a bad roll. It is a 6.
A 6. You notice that the door straight ahead there is like a rather ornate lock on it. But the door to the north at that end of the hallway is slightly ajar.
Okay. And which door is it? Is it this one or the far
Yes.
one?
The first one there to the north is slightly open.
Okay. God damn it.
What could go wrong?
No, 9 is like, fuck me. I need,
You
When
pray to
Sean
Lamanda?
starts
yeah,
swearing,
yeah.
things are not good.
9 is it's gonna like creep up to this door and see if he can like sense anything or see anything.
Yeah,
through the crack.
absolutely. Hit me with that stealth check there, Sneaky
Fuck.
Joe.
Fuck me. All right. Let's
You
go
said
with this.
it. I wasn't like,
Yeah.
are you trying to be stealthy? You said it.
But you would have though. That's the point.
Dungeon Mistressing pro tip.
Oh,
Train
that's
your
not bad.
players so that they know that you're going to ask and they'll just
That's-
offer information.
That's not bad. That's, you know what? With disadvantage, that is a 15.
15 is not bad. Okay, now hit me with your perception check. Let's see what you're noticing in that room.
Okay. Perception. Nothing. Not a thing. That is a 5.
You're distracted by really cool spider web. It was like a dope spider web.
You are so focused on walking quietly that you almost like miss the door and go past it because you're so like laser focused on moving quietly. There is not an unfamiliar smell that comes from this room. It's a little bit jerky smell, a little bit kind of dried herbs, a a little bit kind of 3-day-old soup that it's just, if you just keep it on simmer, then it always stays food safe, right? I'm pretty sure that's Food Safe BC certified. Um,
Um,
um, indeed.
and it's just a
Not
small.
what is Sean thinking is the wise decision. What is 9 doing right now?
9
Is 9
is
hungry? That's the
no.
question.
9 is not hungry. Nine is extremely cautious, but he's. I think he's gonna do one of his divine sense to see if he can feel for anything behind this damn door.
Okay, remind me the range of divine sense?
It's 60 feet. As an action, you detect good and evil. Anything affected by the hollow spell, any celestial fiend, undead within 60 feet.
And this detects good and evil, right?
Yes. So consecrated, desecrated, or wait, yeah.
Okay. Denny, roll a d20 for me. 9,
Mhm.
you are sandwiched between an alarm, like almost exactly like good angel, bad angel, behind you, on behind whatever is behind the wall. Can you guys see my pink thing when I'm
Yeah.
okay. Whatever is over there, 3 of whatever is over there is jank as fuck. It's real bad times behind that wall there. But on the other shoulder, directly ahead of you in the smells good room, is the most wholesome, good, loving, gentle, kind-hearted grandma energy, Mima energy that you have felt in a really long time.
Okay. Meemaw energy. Here we go. We're
Mima
gonna
energy.
9. Just to be clear, 9 doesn't really know loving Meemaw energy that much. So, what he's gonna do, shield up, sword over the top, slowly push the door open, like, yeah, just in case he has to fight Meemaw.
9, as you slowly push this door open, what is in front of you is immediately strips of unidentifiable dried meat, herbs dangling from the ceiling of this kitchen. A squat little iron stove stands off to the side. The insides are still glowing with smoldering coals. Burlap sacks filled with grain and vegetables scattered throughout this room and across the floor. There is a very faint snuffling that echoes, and what you see is the cutest little white nose and then black face peer out from between two burlap sacks. And as you're looking at it, it is the thing that's giving Mima energy. But also, it's not small Mima energy. This giant badger looks at you, snorts with happy friendliness, and almost like beckons you over to dive in to the situation here of this bag that they are currently devouring.
Oh shit! This is trap. I ain't Hansel or Gretel. No, we ain't. No,
You
I don't
can't
speak
hit save
Badger.
and restart. You've already cleared the red
9
text.
slowly grabs the door and closes it and backs away.
Okay. You
It's like, nope, I'm not gonna
close
deal
the
with
door
this right
backing
now.
out. You hear some like of like happy food noises as the badger continues its meal.
Yeah. Nine's just gonna make sure that door is good and closed. We'll put a mark
Okay.
on it. We've checked it. It's fine.
It's checked now. Poor Whimsy will never get a giant badger pet. Skill tree broken. Denny, what are you up to? Jart, what are you up to? Whimsy, what are you up to?
I rolled a 3, by the way.
For
Which
what?
means I've switched my dice because fuck those dice. They're clearly garbage and they hate me. But I'm also just kind of taking a look around at everything and just kind of checking on everyone. I'm gonna go over to Garaja and just kind of lift the sweaty hair off of her forehead and just give her a little mwah, little kiss. Well done.
Oh,
and
thanks.
make sure that she's okay. That everyone is staying hydrated. We're going into overtime here, people. And I'm also going to, while looking around at all the viscera, take my jacket off and fold it very carefully and put it into my backpack so I don't get anything on it. This was very expensive.
Yeah.
And I cannot afford to replace it right now. I've spent too much money on frivolous things.
Yeah.
And it's just not worth it. This is very important.
Good call. You have spent all of the trust money for this quarter, and it's like been 3 days since it hit your bank account. It's not good times here.
Treat yourself.
Absolutely. You want to protect the red bottom shoes. This is the way of things. And you give Graja a little kiss, and she's like, "Oh, thanks. I'm super sweaty. I don't want to get it on your clothes." And she, kind of like starts to wipe grime. It just spreads blood further around. Like she's not wiping anything away. Jart, what are you up to?
Well, once Jar sees everyone like all collected, healed, she's gonna say there is a door here and it's very barricaded, and I don't think they want us to go through there. So I think we should knock it down. Towards everyone, see if they agree with me or if they want to do something else.
Well, 9 would look over towards Jart and say, "We have an enlarged wildlife, like rampaging the snack room."
Okay. I guess it's not something dangerous because you haven't tried to kill it.
Minding his business.
It's giving me more energy. I sensed it.
Okay.
And
So how about
this door that Graja that Jart is pointing to, saying like, we got to get through this barricaded door. 9, it's whatever that door is leading to. Maybe there's several rooms back there, but that is the way of the bad, the no.
Oh yeah. And yeah, he would let everybody know that there is a lot of evil on the other side of this wall.
Nice.
I sense that as well.
Okay, how about we make sure that we take the good thing out in our way out? But if it's safe for now,
Yeah.
we can just let it be.
We'll come back so Whimsy can collect a riding badger later.
Yeah. Basically. And if everyone's ready, I think maybe Raja and Nine can take the door. I've been kind of burning it, and I'm gonna throw another produce flame at the door kind of thing.
Before
Uh,
we head out of this safe space, though, Whimsy's gonna talk pack tactics with the wolves and sort of tell them to work on rear guard and hamstringing folk if they get close, protecting Droop and sort of carrying him around so he can do his clericy things. So they're Droop protection and rear guard.
They are quite glad. They have picked up the scent of the badger, and they come around that corner, two of them in particular, Ferdinand and Berold, looking at Nine very curiously, like, what's up, man? What's over there?
He doesn't speak wolf.
No, he doesn't, but Whimsy does. And Whimsy can hear them
Watch.
like having some disagreement over whether or not the dried jerky that's hanging in that room.
Is Whimsy just watching Nine like motion at these wolves, and they're like sitting here asking them like what's behind this door, and he just
You're
not
getting really
hearing
good
them?
at reading wolf body language, where they just like cock their head and their big stupid
their
eyes,
head.
like.
Flop one ear.
two. So
Yeah,
what are we gonna
Graja.
do?
Graja
Yeah, I
says,
guess. Yeah,
what do you think, Nine? We could take that door. I mean, it's just wood. I mean, it's on
Yeah.
fire, but we could do that.
yeah. Let's try to get through.
Okay.
And Nine would go over with Graja and like start to get this door down.
Okay. Make
I
me
guess.
2 strength checks. Make these dexterity checks. It's not a question of if you guys are strong. Are you going to burn yourself while you're doing this? There is the real question.
Dex checks. Okay.
Graja's dex is a +2.
Is it +2?
Mm-hmm.
15 for Graja. Oh, that's a 19 for Nine.
Hey. Yeah, you two just kind of between the flames, and I think Jart also can help in this way of like kind of crafting,
controlling.
yeah, like bringing it to specific places. I think Jart, having worked as a fire genasi for so long on the control of this, the three of you are able to get through this door. It's mostly burnt. It's very old. It's going to take me a second to reveal. This is quite a large space. So just hold on here, guys.
Oh no.
And what you find is not quite like anything you've ever seen before. Because what you find is, just going to move the other map up on the screen. Okay. There are floor to ceiling glass windows. Here to here to here to here. This line here is floor to ceiling glass windows. They overlook what originally you think is some kind of water. And as you look more closely, Nine, this is not, it is boiling, but it's not a liquid. It's not a water that's boiling. This is a churning blue lava sea. 3 large blackened anvils stand in a row in the middle of this space. Unfinished pieces of weaponry and armor litter this room. And above it, it is stationary, but it is a conveyor of buckets. They cast ominous shadows across the forge floor. Standing at or near each of the anvils is what appears to be an ashen husk of a gray-skinned dwarf. They look like other dwarves that you've met, and I don't know how many of you have come across Duragar, but these aren't even normal Duragar. These are husks. They are remnants of what a Duragar should be. And all three pantomime metalwork in eerie, uncanny valley synchronization, Stepford Wives level of pick up a bucket, move a bucket, put down a bucket, swing, not a hammer, but what could be a hammer at an anvil that doesn't clash with sound. There is no ringing of metal throughout this space. 9.
Does 9 still, when he goes into this room, does he still feel that divine sense of that evil that was in this room?
Oh,
Like
yeah. All
coming
three.
from them?
All three of these folk are radiating evil energy.
Yeah.
And this door is burnt and demolished. It is, you are not going to close it and lock the badger away.
Yeah. Kind of figured that much. 9 is just, yeah. He senses it. He's going to go straight towards that. He's going to run in that room and right at that first Duragar.
Okay. And as you stop for a second, take in what you're seeing, Graja tenses up next to you. And as you go running, she looks down the hallway and goes, guys, we've got a problem over here. And she goes running in past you. So I think what I'll do is I'm going to move 9 and Graja to the top of initiative, but otherwise we'll just kind of like keep the order that we have. Let me just roll for these baddies here. That sucked ass. Okay. 9. What do you do as you run towards these feral ashen whites?
Yep, 9's just going to run into the room. And he's just going to start attacking that first Duragar.
Okay. Go for it.
Okay.
Also, shout out to David North, who makes these figures on Roll20. I'm just going to make this guy nice and big. Look at how badass that dude looks.
Oh, that's so cool.
So good. Great art that you can purchase. Not that this is an ad. You can purchase it from the Roll20 thing. I'm also going to throw in here the official D&D art for this, because these, look at how cool that is.
Oh.
Isn't that beautiful?
Oh. Yeah.
So good. Okay.
Yeah, that has a lot of detail.
That's sick.
With
That's
like
a 22 to hit for the first one.
only a 22?
Yeah.
Do you have any bonuses you can stack on that? Bless, Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, Bardic Inspiration. What is that? D.
I mean, you don't have to use it right now because the 22 obviously hits, but just
Okay.
in the future, know that that sits there. Yeah, 22 hits. Go ahead. What's your damage?
What? It's
What
evil.
is the damage indeed?
It's evil. So
And this is evil. This thing is evil.
Using a spell slot. It'll be 21 points of damage.
Your moon touch sword flickers heavily as it comes into contact with this ashen white, with this dead Duragar, this fragment of what would have been a creature in life. The moon touch sword flickers heavily, and it obviously does something, but it doesn't do as much damage as you would think. This Duragar, or whatever this is now, is a mighty foe, worthy of combat.
Oh fuck.
Second hit. That is a natural 20.
That is your third natural 20 of the night. Go
I
ahead.
sacrifice my good rolls for your, or my bad rolls for your good ones.
Same,
So
same. You're taking the energy, only yourself.
Where's another die? I'm doing the second level. Oh, okay. So that is 40 points of damage. Second level smite.
40 points of damage on a second level smite as you call to Lathander to rid your space of this negative and evil presence. The moon touch sword still flickering as it slides through the air, cutting once more into the zombie of whatever this Duragar was in life. You carve deeply into it. And not that it breathes. This is not that kind of creature. But this hideous sucking sound escapes from just the enclosed, shriveled space, that vacuum style that you open up with surgical precision. But it is not dead. So that's, what have you done? Like 65 something
Yeah.
points of damage?
That's a lot.
And there's 3 of them.
And then I guess use everything I got.
If you gotta
Bonus
use it,
action.
you
Bonus
ran into
action.
it. Now you're in
Yep.
it.
See what I get. Trying to take out the evil. Let's see. Yeah, 2 weapon fighting. He's just gonna cap smack him.
Okay. For absolute funsies for the viewing audience, my Zoom, we record on Zoom. My Zoom username right now is Sarah the Destroyer of Dreams, and I didn't anticipate it being a mantra for tonight. And I'm sorry to waste your natural 20 in that way. You did 40 points damage. There's no shame there.
Oh, I'm totally prepared to die tonight. So let's see. 12. So that's an 18 to hit.
You go to strike up with your shield, and while it is a corporeal form, it doesn't seem to do what you think that it should do to a normal form. You feel the impact, but something isn't quite taking hold.
Yep. Well, that's my turn.
Okay. What do you think Graja would do? What do we think? I agree, Amanda. I think Graja
no.
is going to run in here and
Oh yeah.
be the other Sarah, destroyer of dreams.
Yeah, I need a collective because knowing Graja, but I don't know, she kind of got the mama Graja thing going on right now. So it'd be nice if she would come in there and not let me take this ass whooping by myself. But
I don't think she would ever think that was an option. Graja knows when you go into battle, she is there by your side. And while you're not her cub, while you're not her, her kid, you are her sibling and you are her family. And it might not be Mama Bear, but she is going to run in there anyway. Here is my question for you all. Do you think Graja would go to the same one, or do you think Graja would go to one of the other ones?
I'd
look
say
amazing, Denny, but you are muted.
I am sorry. I think she would go to the same one.
Okay.
I think her protection has been ramping up the last little while. I think she would want to help 9 with this one to try and take as many hits from these guys instead of him as she could. That way they can move on to someone else. And you never know, if she takes on someone else, then I feel like she would think she would be responsible if something happened to 9.
Yeah.
Also, is that foe is sturdy. Yeah, that foe is sturdy as fuck. So maximize your resources. She would flank, try to do the thing.
Absolutely. The skilled strategists team of 9 and Graja come together once more in this fight as Graja rushes to your side, watching you strike and cap smack, knowing the strength that you brought and that this thing still stands. She gets angry once again almost on your behalf. Righteously indignant, and she will use a bonus action to go into a rage. And she'll take, I think, her 2 attacks with her Blood Rage Great Axe, and she gets advantage on both of these because she is attacking the same target as you and standing next to you.
Okay, so that's 2. Let's see. What is hers? Is a +8. That's a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
That's 17 points of damage.
She comes sliding up. You guys have this kind of high-low attack strategy that you use where you go high and she'll go under. And she comes sliding in under your shield, which is currently cap smacking, giving her, an extra bit of cover because now this thing is kind of knocked back and, being blocked from her strike at the bottom. She slides in, just gutting up with her great axe from the belly up to the sternum, ripping open. The organs have long since dead and decayed away. There is just dust that falls out as this thing falls backward. As it hits the ground, turns to Thanos dust in front of you.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a relief that it's gone, but that was a lot to deal with it. Graja has another attack still in her. Does she keep on scrambling for the next guy?
I would think so. How much does that's 20?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She can't quite make it to the next guy. But she could get a little bit further. She could get on the other side of the anvil.
Okay.
And keeping an eye on the time as well. As the rest of you guys hear Graja going, uh-oh, we've got trouble over here. And you guys will all start to make your way down there. The two husks that remain are going to reach out their hand, almost like pulling it across their breast, bringing this sick, black, almost crystalline shard of pure energy that they throw at you. One at Graja and one at 9. In midair, these crystalline black shards split into 2, so you're each going to take 2 attacks. For Graja, that is not enough. An 11 to hit for the higher one. For 9, God, that sucks ass. 11, but the other one is a 26. Does that hit 9? Shield blocks it.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. As your shield pops up and kind of grants you this boon of protection from Lathander, who is fighting for his god life to try and keep some connection to you in this dark space. The shard shatters against your shield, and as it falls away, you see, are you using your actual shield, or is this like a spiritual shield?
No, this is
It's a spell.
It's a spell. It's his reaction. It's almost like I would assume it'd be like almost like Lathander himself grabbing his hand and putting his shield up in front of him.
And as this divine boon passes in front of you, the shard shatters against it, and it is, I don't want to understate this enough, how alarming it is that pieces of the crystal stick almost through, they almost penetrate this like 3-inch divine shield that stands between you and taking the full brunt of this. You don't want to get hit by one of these. The shield is shattered and cracked where the shard impacted. This sickly black crystal dissipates into smoke as the shield drops. I think that's where we'll leave it tonight. And we'll come and pick up next week with some stuff happening. Najra, what do you think?
Yeah. It's just everything's fine. We just have to hit them for 100 points of damage. That's it.
It's gonna be fine. Everything.
200. We just need to do 200 points of damage before they hit us. We're fine.
Yeah, can't be that hard, right?
Everything is going to be fine, friends. Yeah, okay. Let's go around and we'll say who we are and where we can be found, and we'll prepare ourselves mentally and snack-wise for next week. 9. Oh, fearless leader of the 3 natural 20s of this game.
I don't know about no leader, but hi, I'm Sean, played 9, the human Powlock, who is probably running to meet Lathander right now, just prolonging his death. Yeah, you can find me here on Phandalin on Sundays, and I'm acting foolish on most social medias.
And you also played tonight Graja, who is normally played by Sarah. We miss you and get better. And you can find her at MC Diabetes. And you will want to be back next week because she is going to be a force to behold next week. We'll go to Graja's boy toy love interest of season 3 and beyond because, oh, so sweet. Nikki, talk to us.
Howdy, howdy. I'm Nikki. I've been playing Denny, the tiefling bard. You can find me on Instagram, but mostly on TikTok under I'm Poppy Field. And I did fix the box, by the way. It says only for dumb baby idiots. So this has been Abigail.
I'm so thrilled that we need a picture on the Insta for that. Amanda.
Hi, I'm Amanda. I play Whimsy the Tiefling Warlock. And Whimsy's not worried yet. He will be. I'm currently worried for next game. Because, yeah, nothing I have hits that hard. So that'll be fun. You can find me on most social media as Balder Dashing. I've been actually back on TikTok. I took a bit of a break for a while, but I'm back on TikTok doing my dumb videos and here on Sunday nights.
They're not dumb.
They
Najra.
can be dumb and hilarious. They can be
Najra and
both.
Loki.
Hi, I'm Najra, and this is Loki. I've been playing Jort, the Fire Genasi monk. You can find me at Najra Creations on most social medias. I'm a professional cosmaker if you're looking to get anything for the season. And you can find me playing here, previous episodes on YouTube, and on Mimics and Misfits YouTube for Fate of the Ocean 2.
And I've been your dungeon mistress. My name is Sarah. You can find me here. This is the actual play that I'm doing, but you can find me on a podcast on a dramatic podcast. It's called Records from the Reaver, and I'm currently just about to go and record my season 3 lines. It is so well done, annoyingly by like this incredibly talented 17-year-old who has written and produced the entire thing. It's wild, but you can find it anywhere that stuff is made, and you should because it's I play like such the minorest mom part, of course, naturally, but you should go and listen to it. It's really good. So find me there or on TikTok where I talk about how a soy sauce exploded in my house. I want to say a huge thank you to all of our sponsors, Mikhail Artoria of Artoria Designs. Illuminagents is a comedy web series that weaves real world conspiracies that's shot in Toronto. You can find it on Sika TV. Orc.style is an adults only fantasy fashion and fetish brand of tusks and other stuff. See if you can find the hidden menu. It's like In and Out. It is animal style on there. That's as far as I'm going with that particular one. You're welcome, Steve.
No, I've done my research. It's fun, interesting if you're a very creative person.
If your archive of our own is on like incognito window only, you're gonna want to go check that website out. Martlet Games is a collective of TTRPG veterans ready to work for you, and you should hire them because they do amazing things and they want to help you create your worlds. So go and talk to them. A hugest thank you to Steve, who, as always, is in chat. To Steve and Joe, who help us produce and help us get this wonderful show out and do so many other things. I want to say, because I know that we're talking about a raid, but next weekend is a very special weekend. It is a charity weekend, in fact, that is for Take This, which is this amazing charity organization that supports mental health for gamers. And we're not the only channel participating, but more info to come. We're maybe going to be doing something special where you can participate and change the fortunes of our heroes, which they might need for next week. So that's very convenient. Join us back for that. Thank you again to Steve and Joe for always being here through thick and thin for us. And with that, I think the raid is going to be occurring, and you'll see. Just stick around and remember to click over to them when we do that. So that they get your views. And Sarah, we miss you. We can't wait to have you back next week. And with that, we will see you all next week. Good night, everybody.
Right.